welcome back to Per My Last Email. My name is Bria Black and I'm a creative project manager for one of the most innovative and forward-thinking companies in the world. Not yet, but I'm manifesting, okay? I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about vision boards, but keep being sick because I'm gonna keep talking about them because it was very important in my 2019. I just want to give you guys a recap of all the amazing things God has done in my life that I put on my vision board in January, and how all of them, almost all of them, came true by the end of the year. Here's my vision board. So just a preface, my vision board is a combination of personal versus professional goals, really specific versus really fluid, ambiguous goals, and big goals and small goals, and like crazy, I don't know how that's gonna happen, but I'm gonna put it on my vision board anyway type goals. I literally just picked anything I wanted to see in 2019 and I was like, I guess we gonna see what happened. So my vision board. The first thing on my vision board in the top left-hand corner is the PMP certification. Y'all know I got PMP certified earlier this year because I talk about it all the time. I'm literally like a recording who just says the same thing over and over and over. I just talk about the same things over and over. I got my PMP certification in September. I passed my project management professionals exam. I put this on my vision board in January. I had actually been trying to get PMP certified since 2016, and it took me almost 3 years to actually do it. But because I put it on my vision board in January, I was like, I'm going to do the certification this year. And if I were to fail in September, I plan on taking it again in November or December. But it was my goal to get the certification. I think it was nothing but God and a lot of preparation that helped me actually pass the test. Very grateful. The next thing on the board is this girl with this really long, pretty hair. This is one of my more ambiguous goals. Last year, I just had some hair struggles. Not super fun, but this year I was like, I'm just gonna be very diligent, not take any chances, just grow my hair, deep condition, wash, detangle, and just do as best as I can to maintain and grow my length. So, I mean, I think I did that. I take care of my hair is growing, so I count that as a W, a win. The next one is this $2,000 thing. I'm gonna talk about that last, but the one beside that is a specific and ambiguous goal. My intention behind that picture was to go on an international trip, vacation with my boo. And I really wanted to go to Thailand to do the whole elephant thing. Like, that is like one of my dreams, is to do the elephant thing. But we ended up going to Mexico, which is still international. And it was really fun. Me and Pat had a great time in Mexico, turned up, turned down. It was really fun. So I'm grateful for that. Then I had this girl back to the left-hand side doing squats. Now, this was a specific goal for me. Okay, so this is how I qualified that I did it. I literally worked out and ate right consistently for 30 days. I took breaks on the weekend, but I pretty much worked out every other day for 30 days. I have never been that consistent in my life with working out. I got a gym membership, going to the gym, lifting weights, running, all that for 30 days. And it's not a big deal to some people, but for me, I have never done that. I have never been that consistent. This was the first year that I've ever even kind of toned up a little bit, and I took progression pictures like every day, and I saw some incremental changes, and so that was big for me. That was a big accomplishment. The next picture is a guy and a girl kissing or whatever. That picture to me meant that I really wanted to have a good relationship with Pat. Like, I wanted our marriage to grow, and I wanted us to become closer. And this year has been a great year for us. We have had a really extraneous circumstances, moving to Minnesota and having one car and sharing a small living space. It's been very taxing, but nonetheless, we have gotten really, really close, and we're like even better friends, and we have way more good days than bad days. And so I'm happy that I was intentional, and I guess he was too, just about being good, like us getting closer, us having a good relationship. So very grateful for that.
2 years down, there we go.
The next picture to the right is a picture of a cross, and the picture underneath that is a friends hanging out. I started going to this Bible study at the end of last year at a church called Blue Oaks, and I went to a young adults Bible study. And being a part of Blue Oaks Church and specifically the young adults ministry has been incredible. I never expected to be involved in church like that and be involved with the young adults group. I'm surrounded by people who love God and who pray and who minister and who are just like on fire for God. And I've never had that kind of community before with a big group of people. It's always been like one or two friends that like are, you know, really good Christian influences, but this is a community. We meet every Tuesday and just talk about God and pray, and we clown and we laugh, but it's a great group, man. And I'm closer to God. In Minnesota, you would think that it would be hard to find a community of people that you just vibe with, but like we do brunch, happy hour, hang out on Sundays, just chill, laugh, crack up. Like those are my people. So grateful for them. So grateful for them. On the side of that picture is a picture of a guy talking on stage. One of my other major goals was to just do more public speaking. At the end of it all, I really want to be a speaker. I really want to be on TV, speaking, TED Talks, acting, whatever. I just want to be on stage talking about something. And so I think that I wanted to just get my public speaking skills up. It was really important for me to be on the stage. Don't ask me why, but I just really want to be on the stage. And so my first speaking engagement was at our Diversity and Inclusion Summit in Colorado. And I was able to present on behalf of our employee resource group. I'm the global treasurer of that group. And I got a chance to speak on stage to an audience, and it was really cool. I loved it. Really great experience. I also had a chance to speak on stage at our all hands meeting in Kansas. She asked me to speak and I said, will there be a stage? She said yes. I said, will there be a mic? She said yes. And I'm like, I'm in, I'm doing it. And I also had an opportunity, I was invited to speak at this project management panel for the Society of Hispanic Engineers Twin Cities chapter. And I was able to speak at a panel in front of a huge group. And that was so amazing because I was invited to speak. I didn't have to push myself into the room. I was invited into the room, which meant so much to me. And I made great connections there. Shout out to Ray for being a plug on that one. And man, that part of my vision, I wasn't expecting to really happen for real. I was like, I'm just put it on here, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But it really did, and I had great opportunities to speak. The one on side of that, it says new, and I really just wanted to do a lot of new things this year. I hate monotony. I hate doing the same thing. So I've been trying to do new stuff. I had an opportunity to go to California, me and Pat, a few months ago. And at first I was like, but because I had the filter of my vision board, it kind of pushed me to go. Because whenever I'm at a crossroads, I'm like, can I go? Should I go? Or should I not go? It's like, well, my vision board says I have to do new things. So I have to just do it because I put it on my vision board. And filtering a lot of my decision making and a lot of my opportunities through my vision board helped me to really be decisive about certain things, because since I made the goal in January, I had to do it because it was a goal of mine, so I had to make it happen. So going to California, trying new restaurants, trying new foods, traveling, I did a lot of new things, and I forced myself into that because I made it a goal at the beginning of the year. So on to the $2,000, and at the background it has a lot of money and stuff, but $2,000, I want to make $2,000 specifically because I want a MacBook. Me and Pat share his MacBook because I edit my videos on there, and I want my own computer, and I need $2,000 to buy my own computer. So I started selling mugs, personalized email mugs, and surprisingly, I've been making money. Like, I didn't expect to make money. I didn't think people would buy them, but people have really showed that they, care about what I'm doing, they care about what I'm talking about, and they actually are supporting me, which means more than because I was not expecting that at all. Like, I'd be shocked every time somebody posts a picture of the mug. I'm like, oh, okay. Very grateful for that. And I've also planned to start selling more merch at the end of the year because the goal is to make $2,000 by the end of the year. And so I have some things up my sleeve that I plan to sell. Be on the lookout at Breezy Fade 2E's. Follow me on Instagram. And I really want to make $2,000. If I make $2,000 out of everything on this vision board, if I make $2,000, I'm shutting everything down. Like, I will never go another year without making a vision board because I don't know if I can do it. I have 1 month left. I kind of procrastinated because I thought the goal was too big. I thought it was unattainable, so I really haven't been trying, but it's getting down to the nitty gritty, so I'm gonna have to make it happen. $2,000 by the end of the year. Can I make it happen? We'll see. In my opinion, having goals is one of my main motivators. Without having a goal or end goal in mind, it's hard for me to start. It's hard for me to stay motivated because I don't know what I'm working towards, but knowing what you're working towards, it's helpful, and it makes you increase your faith because you're like, wow, I had no idea how this was going to happen, and it all happened some kind of way. That's amazing. When it comes to your goals, and this is something that I have to work on. If you are asking for something crazy and you expect God to help you, I feel like it needs to be an unselfish goal. A lot of scriptures say things like, don't conform to the customs and behaviors of this world, but let God change you into a new person by changing the way you think. So you'll know his plan for your life, which is good and pleasing and perfect. And a lot of the stuff is like, if you do what God says, he will in turn do things for you. And if you're putting your faith in God, it can't be for your plan, your goal. You can't expect God to move supernaturally on a selfish goal of yours. If you believe in God and you want God to work, your goal has to serve a greater purpose. So this is just to reevaluate, why are you doing these things? Why do you want God to move for you? Is it only for you? Will you be the only beneficiary? Or will people eventually get some type of benefit? Will the world get some type of benefit from the things that you were trying to do? God is everybody's God. And so he's not just going to do something to benefit you. He wants all his children to eat. So just keep that in mind. And I also have a challenge. Follow me on Instagram at BreezyFade and find the video with me wearing this shirt. I have a challenge on Instagram to hold each other accountable for our 2020 goals. If you want to do a vision board in 2020, go to my post, comment, let's get busy on my post. Comment, let's get busy on my post. Let's get busy on my post. Find a post. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's get busy. Let's make 2020 pop, because if my goals can happen in 2019, baby, wait till 2020. It's about to be lit. It's about to be lit. So go to my post, comment, let's get busy 2020. And in 2020, let's get busy.